Grand Rising. I want to make a quick video. This video is very personal. I try to keep away from making personal videos because I'm very sensitive, and I take what happens in my life, seriously. But today, I'm finna give praises to our Creator and talk about how powerful our Creator truly is. I won't say God. I won't say Jesus. I'm going to say our Creator. Because I think no matter what religion that you're based in, or based on, or based from, we can all agree that there's one Creator. For 17 years, well, I won't even go there. I'll say for over 30 years, I have been a drug user. I have had addiction to drugs. For many years, I have fought against the system for what I thought was my freedom, my right to do what I choose to do. And crazy as it sounds, that includes use drugs. Because if anybody understands the way the system works, you know that people try to force things upon you, or so it seems. A lot of it is reverse psychology, but that's a whole nother story. Today we're speaking about the Creator. I'm in one state. I'm using drugs. I'm using drugs, and I get ready to leave the state. I've been using drugs for over 30 years. And I've been using drugs all the way up to this point. I get ready to leave the state. I'm trying to call my mans and thems. No one answers. They always answer. No one answering. They always answer. No one answering. So I get on the road. Boom. I get on the road. I make it from, let's say, Oregon to Wyoming. I get pulled over in Wyoming. Now, when I get pulled over in Wyoming, I had one of those on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a felon. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest. I had one of those on me. So when I got pulled over, I'm on the phone with my uncle. I'm like, it hit me. I'm gonna have to hit you back. I know I'm finna go do 2 or 3, easy, but I'm prepared for it. I was raised to be prepared for it. If you're gonna do something, understand there's consequences that go along with it. So whatever. So I get pulled over, go to Wyoming. I'm in Wyoming jail for 2 weeks. I have to go to St. Louis. St. Louis come and get me. I'm in the day I get to St. Louis, they check my blood pressure. Now I was in jail for 2 weeks prior to this. They check my blood pressure. My blood pressure is 197 over 107. I'm gonna repeat that. My blood pressure was 197 over 107. In my opinion, 3 clicks from a heart attack or a stroke. I tell the nurse. The nurse tells me, well, we're just going to monitor you. I know you're not just going to monitor me. Wait till I fall out. No, you're going to give me something now. You're going to give me something now. So they eventually gave me something. Brought my blood pressure down. I'm on paper at this time. And again, this is about how our Creator works, right? Because we think we have control of our lives. We don't have control of our lives. Not much as we think we do. We have choices because there's obstacles, there's different events, there's different things that happen in our lives that gives us a choice. But we don't really have control. That's kind of contradicting what I'm trying to say, but we have choice, but we don't have control of what's taking place in our lives because it's going to happen. So I go to court. My PO comes and he said, well, look, now I have a month and something left to be on paper and I'm done. I'm off paper. He comes and tells me, look, I want to extend your paper to 3 years. I want to have you take multiple classes. and I want you to blah, blah, blah. I looked at that man. I said, I ain't doing none of that. None of it. So he goes and talked to the prosecutor and some other lady that was there at the desk. So they got to corresponding amongst each other about what they're going to do with Mr. Such and so, speaking of myself. And so my attorney, which was a damn good attorney, she said, no, we're not taking none of it. She said, we're going to take it in front of the judge. So the judge, the prosecutor, my PO, and my attorney all goes back to the back chamber. They there for about 15 minutes or so. My PO comes out first. I'm looking at him. I can see it in his face. He's not happy. He goes say what he has to say to the other lady that was at the desk. A little bit after that, my attorney comes out and she looks at me. You know, no kind of real reaction, but she's looking at me. And so she comes over to me and she said, well, Mr. Such and Such, this is what we're going to do. She said, you have to spend another 30 days in jail. But once you're released, you're off paper. You don't have to take no classes. You are done with everything. A lot of people say 30 days plus that, but once you're in there, it's like 30 days, but I did that. I said, come on with it. And so I did my 30 days. So once my 30 days was up, I go back in court. They just hand me a sheet of paper. She hand me a sheet of paper. You're done. You don't have to worry about nothing else. I asked a couple of times, like, I ain't got to do nothing. She was like, you're done. You don't have to worry about nothing else. All day long, I was still wondering, like, because they just handed me a sheet of paper. I didn't have to address the judge. None of that. Here's your piece. You're done. So I get out, and now I have a new start. This is where a new life for myself begins. And honestly, I have no type of craving, no type of wants for drug use at all. But that's me. It put me on blood pressure medicine. But again, that's me. We're talking about the Creator. This is what the Creator did for those that are not following me. When I got pulled over, the Creator said, I'm not going to put you down, but I'm going to sit you down. And he sat me down. When I came and found out about my blood pressure, again, those that follow me, those that know of me, those that have been monitoring me, no, I'm stubborn as a bull. I'm hard-headed. And so the Lord knew, the Lord of creation knew, the only way that I'm going to stop this guy, I have to show him. I have to show him what's going on with him. Because I wasn't finna listen to nobody. God stepped in. Excuse me, I use that term very freely, but the Lord stepped in. The Lord of creation stepped in and said, I'm going to show you. I looked it good. I worked out. I didn't have no, indications that I had this problem. But this was internally. Internally. The Creator knew. I didn't know. The Creator knew. So the Creator said, I'm going to show you. So he showed me. Or she showed me. The entity that is showed me. And again, I'm going to sit you down. I'm not going to put you down, but I'm going to sit you down. And gave me an opportunity with my PO coming at me and wanted me to do 3 more years on paper, knowing I would have probably been in and out of the facility. Most definitely. But even with that, I got over that. That's behind me. See, the Lord has people that works for him. You work for him. I work for him. We don't know that we work for him, but we work for him. That entity, we work for it. Just like those that work for the devil with evil deeds. You work for it without knowing that you work for it. When I got pulled over on that highway, I parked on the side of a store. I never done this before. Never. You understand me? I get pulled over, I start right there, come on with it. I pulled over on the side of a store. When the police officers was taking me to jail, I said, "You're not going to tow my vehicle?" They said, "No. It's parked in a good space." They didn't even search it. I've never done that before. That's something that was out of my control. That was out of my control. I done something that I can't explain why I did it. But the Lord knows. The Lord knows. I'm going to wrap this up because it's going over into 11 minutes. I want to say this. When the Lord comes into your life and the Lord shows you things, it's best that you pay attention. It's best that you pay attention. If I chose to use drugs, and I'm going to be honest, if I chose to use drugs, I got a medication that kind of monitors the blood pressure things. But that's not, it's not about that. It's about my respect, my faith, and the love for the Creator. A lot of people say, well, you know, I was nervous for making this video because as a human, we worry about, well, what if we falter? What if I don't do what I'm supposed to do? And blah, 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 and everybody hear about it. It is what it is. The Lord doesn't look for perfect. With perfect, you would never see the greatness of our Father. That's one of my stories, man. I just want to share with y'all. I contemplated, but here it is. And for all that listen and follow me, I hope y'all see the difference in me. And I don't ask for it. This is something that was put on my heart to share. And you take it for what it is. Y'all stay blessed.